Hello everybody, it's KJ. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new or if you are one of my friends that has been following me for a little while, today is March 25th and it is my 1 year anniversary on YouTube. Not technically the day I started filming, but the day I started posting videos. So I just wanted to thank all of my friends here who suffered through my videos with me and for sticking around with me, especially because I took like 3 to 4 months off in the last part of 2018 and the beginning of 2019. Yeah. So I'm back because it's time for Camp NaNoWriMo. Yeah, am I prepared? Mostly. So yeah, I took off doing YouTube stuff for a while and it was really hard for me to do anything really, but I have been writing and my whole deal is that I'm constantly trying to create a good writing habit for myself, and usually I'm aiming for daily, like a daily writing habit. That doesn't always happen because of my health or other things that just get in the way and make me too exhausted to do anything. So I'm trying, but my plan for Camp NaNoWriMo doesn't involve a lot of preparation for me because I'm working on the same stuff I've been working on all last year. So for me, I will be tracking hours because I want to do a daily writing habit. I will be tracking the hours I work every day. My soft goal right now is 2 hours a day, three hours a day. I'll do 3, okay? Some days that might not happen and I might only get 1 or 0. Like, I'm just gonna be real with myself. I know this. I have quite a few doctor appointments in April and those days, they're always up in the air, okay? Okay, so 3 hours a day, I'm hoping is what I will be able to do, because I am very close to being done with the first round of revision of my psychic SWIP that I was working on all last year. And every time I say I'm so close, I'm like, but really this time I went through the whole end of it, like read it, took out stuff that I was like, nope, this isn't happening anymore, or left in things that I know I'm going to rewrite. So I still have a lot of scenes to add, but I feel like the ending that I'm doing now is stronger than the one I previously did. Not much has changed, like really in the grand scheme of things, but I feel like because I am increasing one character's storyline and their effects in the plot, I feel like the ending of this book is going to be stronger. In looking at the end of it, I did realize that I kind of forgot about a character, which happened to me the first time around, where I got to the end of my book and I was like, oh, I kind of forgot about this character. What is he doing? So this happened again. So I know the next round of revision, I will have to be looking at places to add this character again because I just forgot about him. So it's my own character, but I forgot about him. He's important to the plot, but you know. All right, so I'm still working on that, and I'm really close. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it over the course of April, but I am so close that I feel really good about it. So I am aiming to kind of finish that round of revision. So I've been saying that for like 3 camps. 2 camps and a nano. I don't know. Wish me luck, okay? Wish me luck. The second thing I've been working on is, I call it my wiki work, because I've been creating a wiki, like a Wikipedia, for my universe, basically, that I'm currently writing in. Because I realized I just had so much going on that I needed to figure it out. So you can do all this in Scrivener, but I'm really only using Scrivener for drafting my my God Hollow with Soul Mark. I don't know. I named it like 3 different things. It's fine. I drafted that story in Scrivener and it's fine. And in my next round of revisions for my Psychic Swip, I want to put it into Scrivener while I figure out the chapters and the pacing. I think that will work for me. But in terms of me trying to wrangle all of the characters and storylines and the crossover mess for this universe, I needed something more. So I've been working on a wiki and it's been really fun to do that and to actually really get to write down, these are these characters, here's what they look like, here's their storyline, they cross over with this story, and just create a hyperlink so I can go click on it and go, oh yeah, those people. So that's been really fun for me. And I've been doing a lot of work on that, I will say, more so than maybe writing, but it actually has been a lot of writing in the creation and filling out of this universe. It's just not like words in a book. And I want to say, like, I think one of the days in February, I outlined a story while I was sitting with my mom in the ER. So I had like, I don't know, 6 hours. I outlined a story that had been in my head, still part of this universe, but looking at a different aspect of it. Again, that's story of my life. So I outlined that with these characters that I had in mind and the world building that I had done so far. And I came to the ending and I was like, oh, that's not a very good ending. That's kind of sad. Like, so I then outlined the sequel, book 2. And that one went pretty well, as like, yeah. And then I got to the end and I was like, that's as happy as an ending as they're gonna get with what I'm writing for to happen to them. Like, I didn't realize their story was so tragic, because I don't usually write tragedies. So I outlined those 2 books and I kind of left it open for what I could explore in their types of stories later. I don't know if those plans will come to be. Maybe I'll think of something better, something nicer to happen to those characters. But that's kind of what really got me back into going, I need to figure out this universe. I need to figure out who these characters are, what their stories are, and like who needs to be aware, because right now I'm working on one story and there is crossover with some other characters, and I did like figure out who, and my other whip is really set in the universe, just in a different way, and there's crossover with like three different groups within this universe. Why do I do this to myself? I don't know. I can't help it. I can't help it. So between those 2-3 projects, my Psychic Swip, I don't really need to do a whole lot of work for the Soul Mark God Hollow whip. I would like to keep working on it if possible. Keep like revising it, going over it, and the wiki work, which is fun for me and not necessary, but I do consider it part of like my daily writing. Like, it's something below writing the book in like energy wise, and it's something kind of more in the creative stage for me, like the brainstorming. So I like to do that kind of at the end of the day and help to unwind. So yeah, that's my plan for Camp NaNoWriMo, is to work at least 3 hours a day, 1 or 2 on the Psychic Swip, or 1 on the Psychic Swip, the other on the Soul Mark whip, and the 3rd one hopefully will just be my wiki universe work. That's what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, this is, I feel like I just keep trying to do the same thing over and over again, which is, you know, the definition of insanity or something, but this time I'm hoping things will be different. So I have actually been kind of keeping up this kind of schedule, this progress schedule. So going into April, it shouldn't be that difficult for me to keep it up because I have been trying to do at least a couple like chunks of hourly work. So sometimes if I'm in the groove, I can work for a couple hours. Sometimes I'm like, my attention's not doing it for me today, so we'll see. But the thing is, in the last month or two, I've been also like brainstorming and scene writing other stories that don't have anything to do with what I'm currently writing. They're like contemporary romance, but adult contemporary romance. That's not what I write. That's not what I write. I had to try to tell my brain that, but I was like, no, right now I'm writing young adult contemporary fantasy. Just like stay in that zone until I can finish something. But instead it's like, no, let's just brainstorm, write a couple scenes for these 3 contemporary adult romance. Romance. I'm not very good at writing romance, so to call them that, I'm like, they're adult contemporaries. And you know, a relationship is the part of it, the main focus. Nah, not necessarily the main focus, but it's there, it's there. So I've been doing that kind of work instead of, you know, making progress on stuff that I should be doing. Yeah. So, all right, I'm gonna show you my planner. This is my planner for 2019. This is what I'm using to record my writing. It is a vertical hourly planner, so that's kind of how I track my progress. And I do track like what I do during the day in my Hobonichi, so like I can see what I'm doing there as well, and when I'm giving my time to other things. But this specifically is just so I can look back on everything that I'm writing and how I'm spending my time, like, you know, working on things that I should not be working on right now. Yeah. So I'm really excited to be almost done with the Psychic Swift because we're in like the last third. I don't know, I've been saying that for a while. It was 200,000 words, and over the course of the last month I got it down to like 180. But then I got into the scenes that I had to start actually writing. So I'm back up to like 190 something, and I can only see it getting back up into the 200K because of how I write. And I am hoping that the next revision I will be able to figure out how to cut or combine things better than how I did it this time, because for me a lot of that work happened at the end and I ended up spending more time filling out the beginning and the early middle part. So maybe I'll be able to trim those down a little bit now that I will have gotten the story out. We'll see. Maybe that'll be an attempt for July's camp. And then, yes, so this is my binder of my universe. It's just full of papers, papers. Each of them a character, a storyline, whatever. It's a lot of work. But I am enjoying doing like the Wikipedia for it. What I use to do that is SlimWiki, and I will leave a link down below. I'm not sponsored. I like using them. So they're free. I don't know if they have like prices for the more you use it, but so far I've been using it a lot, and you know, no one's come knocking on my door and being like, you've exceeded your free limits of using our wiki. No one's done that to me yet. So I've been using it to organize my characters, the plots, to figure out which books need to be written and kind of in what order, which ones are like really important and which ones can kind of be backstory, I guess, and things that I can write later on. Like if people want to know that exact story, I have that exact story and I can write it. But for like the current progress that I'm doing, I was like, maybe this stuff that happened 20 years ago doesn't need to be its own book. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'm doing all that, and working on my books. So yes, that is my plan for Camp NaNoWriMo. I've talked a lot about this, and it's probably nothing new if you guys have been following me for a while, but that's what I'm doing. I don't have a whole lot to prepare because I'm going into it with stuff that I am already in the middle of. But I am hoping to do at least 3 hours of work a day. I'm not in a cabin yet. I know, I'm cutting it close. So if any of you out there have a cabin that I can join, I would love to. I would love to. Just let me know. I will leave my Camp Nano stuff down below as always. And yeah, I am really looking forward to this because I feel like I might actually be able to be productive this camp. Yeah, we'll say that. I hope I can be productive. I feel like after the last few months of just feeling blah about everything, I finally feel like I'm getting back into the swing of daily creativity and writing and getting my shit together. you know me. And yeah, so if you're doing Camp NaNoWriMo, let me know what your plans are for the month, how you're tracking your progress, if you're writing, editing, revising, doing plans, story work like me. Let me know. I would love to know what you guys are working on for this camp, especially after last NaNoWriMo when I think everybody else did really good and I did not. So I'm gonna be making up my progress in this camp, okay? Yes, I'm here for it. I'm here for it, okay? So yes, let me know what your camp plans are. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. You guys know I love and appreciate all of my friends here. And I just, yes, especially for sticking with me for the last year. It was kind of a rough year, but I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. You guys kind of are what keep me going when I sit there and I'm just feeling sorry for myself. Like, I think, man, no, all these people are making such great progress and I want to go support them. So I get up off my ass and I try to go watch your guys' videos and soak up the motivation. And so far it's been working more. So I appreciate it. I love you guys. And I hope we all have a great Camp NaNoWriMo together. And if you're not doing Camp NaNoWriMo, what are you going to be doing this month? Let me know, because not everybody's involved in camp, but some people have their own plans for the month. Let me know what your writing plans are, reading plans are. I don't care. Whatever plans you got. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Why am I losing my voice?